Hello everybody, welcome. So today we're going to talk about chemo brain, and if you see me looking down, then I wrote everything down on paper so I won't rumble. But we're going to talk about chemo brain. Chemo brain is not like a deadly thing, although it can be deadly. Yeah, it can be deadly, but it's not something that you suffer from, like, you know, the name is not as bad as it sounds. Now, signs of you having chemo brain would be like problem concentrating, problems processing information, short-term memory loss, taking longer to finish certain tasks, simple tasks. You cannot multitask, and you can't remember common words. Now, for me, I cannot process, well, I can process information. It just takes me a while to process that information. For instance, if my mom tells me to sweep the floor, and I'm like sweeping the floor, and then I forget, and I start singing, and she's come in, she's like, sweep the floor, and I'm like, okay, and then I sweep the floor into a pile, and next thing you know, my mind is somewhere else, and I put trash like all over the floor again, or like I can't concentrate. And with me being in college, this is like really something that I am like totally suffering from right now, because I can listen to the teacher for like a good minute or two, then my mind will go somewhere else, and then I have to jump back to the teacher, and then there's like this huge gap between like the beginning of the class and the middle of the class. Like there's nothing there. So I can't. So I'm working on that, but hey. Another thing is be short-term memory loss. Like for me, my mom would tell me to go to Walmart or like to any kind of store, and she'll tell me to get something. So I write the list down, and then I forget that I wrote it down, or I was text it to myself and I forget to look in my phone, or I would put it on Post-it stickers, and then I forget that. I forget where I put the poster sticker at. These little things. I don't know what they're called. Post-its. I forget where I put those at. Another thing is like, and then on top of that, I forget where I parked. And I remember when I was at Walmart, I went there for my mom, and I forgot where I parked, and so I was roaming the parking lot for like an hour or two, and then even the little security guard that watch out for everybody's car, he had to come help me. And then what made things worse is that I couldn't remember if I drove my car or my mom's car, so we was looking for two cars. Yeah. And another thing is that I cannot multitask. Like I cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. The most that I can do is like walk and eat candy, because I bet I got choked or I would trip. So I can't. I'm so serious, y'all. I cannot remember common words. I know in my videos it seems like I have bad grammar, but what it is that as I would I would think of something and I would write the thought down, and then I would say it in front of the camera. But while I'm saying that, I'm like, oh, I have to put this in, I have to put that in, and like words are jumping in my mind, and I'm just saying whatever words come to mind. Like, and then my words are like really slurred. And when I make the video and I rewatch it, one thing I have to know is that I have to slow down my words. I have to slow down my words and like actually move my mouth, like my lips and my tongue and everything, just to get the words out correctly. Yeah, correctly. And I stutter a lot. I don't know if you guys notice these things in my videos, but I've noticed them. But I stutter a lot, y'all. And what makes it so bad is that I would stutter on one word, but while I'm stuttering on that word, in my mind I'm like, I'm gonna say this word instead, and then it's like a type of thing. It's like I'm talking about something, then I just jump automatically to something, and I do that a lot because I do that a lot. And another thing is that I don't know if you guys noticed that I would talk about something, and then I would jump to something else, and then I have to remember to go back to that one thing. It is not something where I'm like that. I just did it. It's not something to where it's like is really, really noticeable. It's more of like a one word type reaction. And I would give you another example. It's like, I would say, yeah, so it was like, I'm going to the car. Yeah, and I went walking down the street. And see, I went from the car to walking, and there's like this gap in between how I started to walk. Yeah, I do that a lot, and I apologize now. But yeah, and it takes me and I can't remember common words, which is another reason why it seems like I have bad grammar, but I cannot remember common words for anything. And that's not even when I'm just talking, but that also goes from when I'm writing things down also. Simple words like of, the, and, you, he, she, girl, boy type things, and I forget those kind of words. So I'm usually just jumping all over the place trying to figure out what the word I'm looking for. And a lot of chemo brain CPs see that. Like a lot of people, a lot of CPs does that. Yeah, but I mean, some things that you can do to help manage it are like play games. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you, is to play mind games, arcade games, word games, 1+1 games, any little thing. Like those things can like really help you. Another thing is that make sure that you get plenty of rest, because a lack of sleep has also been known to trigger chemo brain. Make sure that you ask for help. If you can't remember what you're supposed to do on your job or at school, make sure that you ask. I mean, I'd rather ask than to fail. That's just me. And if it bothers you a lot that you can't remember what you were doing, or you forgot, and stuff like that, then just switch the subject. I do it all the time in my videos. I don't even know if you guys notice, but I do it so much that to the point where when I watch the video, it's like a gap, I'm jumping around. It's like gaps everywhere. But I don't know if you guys notice this, but until you notice it, then I won't remake the video. But if you notice, then I will remake the video. And another thing is that go back and look in since that I'm telling you these things, go back and watch the video and see if you can pinpoint places where I have my little chemo brain moments. And yeah, but if you, like, for me, since I'm in school and I talk to people, I really don't want them to think that I have bad grammar, or I can't really talk, I guess you can say. Switch the subject. That's what I do. Or keep your answers short and simple. And I do that all the time, and I'm always just no, maybe why type thing. And it's not because I'm trying to be mean or I don't want to talk, but it's just because I know how I am, and people might not, everybody don't know about chemo brain. So it's like, I want to, tell the story, but they might not understand my story. So I'm not going to say the story, but yeah, so I hope this video helps you guys. And if it does, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me and share my videos with whomever you want. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye.